Hey. Hey, what's up, Donwell?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. How's happy hour?
Happy hour was happy. Everybody's gonna have a good time.
Perfect. Happy 60 minutes. Those are the only 2 qualifications, right? Yeah. You guys are like, yeah, that's what it is. Literally. Hello. What a pleasure to be here amongst you. My name is Josh. This is The Next Best Thing, which is a really brutal title. It hurts my heart. We're like, we were supposed to go to Hamilton tonight, but someone fucked up getting the tickets, and this is the next best thing. I like to be zinged by the show before I get on the stage. That's how I like to feel. This is me. This is what I'll be like the whole time. I'm kind of like if a cardigan were a person, so we'll get cozy for a little while. I'm wearing this. I just got this. My birthday was yesterday, and thank you. Oh, you're very sweet. I got this as a birthday present, and I have the matching Adidas track pants too, but I wear them at separate times because when I wear them at the same time, I look like the mafia's accountant. So I just can't do it. I just look like I'm about to, I'm not good with numbers, but I look like I'm about to forge something for the benefit of someone who will kill me if I don't. So just the jacket. That's it. I feel good. I'm hitting 2020, just hitting the ground running. I like a lot of my friends, they have resolutions to like get healthier or lose weight. Not this guy. I'm just trying to like get comfortable with the form that I'm in. Yeah, thank you. It's not like a brave thing. I'm just incredibly lazy. And I recently turned a corner just feeling good about my physique. And I know physique is like a weird word for this arrangement of carbon, right? Like I know visually I have more of a physoosh, really, if we're being honest. I feel good. I've started losing my hair early. I let go of that young. I just like stopped caring. Because you have to, right? When you start losing your hair young, you know the man you're going to be. That's a gift. You don't have any illusions you're going to grow up and be Jason Momoa. I just crossed my fingers and hope I turned out like Stanley Tucci. That's what I did. Just good personality, symmetrical scalp. That's all I'm aiming for, really. I feel good. Because you can't, at my age, I turned 35 yesterday. I'm a millennial, technically. You don't picture this face, but that's what it is. I'm like generation who. But it is. I look like I'm from Generation Uncle is really what it is. But I feel good. And because my generation, we're going to have the worst midlife crises. That's the thing. So I'm glad you just got to make peace with your life the way it is. You got to feel okay with who you are. Because like when millennials start having their midlife crises, it's going to be pathetic. It is, truly. It's like just because of the economy. Like, do you know how hard it is to date a woman half your age when you still have student loans? Abysmal. Like, when guys my age turn 50, we're still going to buy sports cars, and then we're going to have to drive Uber. That's humiliating. No, thank you. I'm a married person. I like that very much. It's the best. People talk so much trash about long-term relationships, but there are all these really beautiful parts that people don't give enough credit to. Like, I've been with my wife almost 6 years now, married for almost 3. And after, there's just so much good that happens there, right? Like, 6 years with the same person, you just learn so much, right? Like, I now have incredibly strong opinions on all these topics that I know nothing about. Because my wife has thoughts. And she shares them with me because communication is the bedrock of a strong relationship. And I love and trust her, so now her opinions are also my opinions. And what a joy to know something without ever having to learn it. Like, here's an example. Have I ever listened to an entire album by recording artist Fiona Apple from front to back all the way through? Sadly, no, I've never had the pleasure. But do I, deep in my heart, thanks to my wife, believe that Fiona Apple is a genius? Yeah, absolutely, I think that. No doubt about it. Here's how far I'll take it. If you don't think Fiona Apple is a genius, I think you're sexist. That's something I believe with all my soul. I can't produce a shred of evidence for that. That's just a trust fall into my wife's brain is what that is. 6 years together. Our family is each other's family now. Our friends have become friends. That's so wonderful. And I now have all these enemies that I'm still meeting for the first time. Because my wife has people she doesn't like. They don't disappear just because we got together. Now, everywhere in the world I go, I just meet new people to hate, like it's the Legend of Zelda. Showing up at a building, fighting the person inside for some nebulous reason. When I go to a work function for my wife's job on the way in, I truly have to go like, honey, before we go in there, you got to tell me if there's someone in there you consider to be your nemesis. Because otherwise I'm going to be nice to everybody and that's not going to fly. I'll be talking to a couple, I'll be like, they seem sweet. We should have brunch sometime. And she'll be like, nah. In 2006, she told me my haircut was brave. And I'll be like, well, I hope her car flips over on the way home. And then she says, I love you too. Because that's part of what love is, right? Her enemies are my enemies. That's commitment. That was in my wedding vows. I'm not remotely joking about that part. Because I feel like if you're going to make a vow, make it a vow. You know what I'm saying? Revenge, that's a vow. Richer, poorer, sickness, health, those are nice, but I'll extend those courtesies to my landlord if we're being honest. I did. On our wedding day, I stood in front of my wife and I said, I vow to help you destroy your enemies by means both large and small. Over slights, even those that are imperceptible to others, including myself. And then after I said that, I made hard eye contact with her grandmother, gave it one of these, because I don't decide who my wife's enemies are. She's a grown woman. That's up to her, okay? Yeah. All I'm saying is I just met you, and she's my everything, so protect your neck, Nana. Watch yourself. I got my eye on you. I'll say this. I'll be vulnerable with you guys because I think we know each other a little bit. I'm very jealous of the relationships my female friends have with their hairdressers. Yeah, I went there. I don't hesitate to push boundaries. I don't give a H. I'm so jealous. And it's not the relationship. It's not the talking during the haircut. That I could take or leave. That's not crucial to me. The thing that I'm so envious of is the part that happens after the haircut itself that shows up like on Instagram afterwards, right? It's like, I have female friends, not to brag. I have female friends and they get a haircut and it looks great and they feel good about it and want to show it off. And I love that impulse. And so they take a picture. It's usually very similar, right? It's her and the hairdresser in front of the salon like they just bought it together. They're holding that day's newspaper to prove it's not like a sneaky Throwback Thursday situation. And on top of that, there's like a sweet, warm caption underneath that's like, thanks to Becca at Curls Before Wine Salon for the fresh cut and color. # new do, new you. And then underneath, Becca the hairdresser posts like, gorgeous. And it's like, we know what you're doing, Becca. That's incredibly transparent, but still. As a bald white guy, I'll never have that in my life. I have a very different relationship with my hair care professional. Starting with the fact that I've been going to the same dude for 3 years and I don't know his name because he won't tell it to me. He doesn't know my name either because he doesn't care what it is. That's why. And why would he? I show up once a month, mostly forehead. I give him $20 to make me all the way forehead. And then I disappear for 2 fortnights back to back. Why would he invest in that relationship? It's like learning the name of a moth. Here's how deep it goes. I don't even know the name of the barber shop. Why would I? I don't need to read reviews of a place before I go to get my haircut there. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have a Yelp-worthy hairline. That's not being self-deprecating. That's just saving time. Right? Like, to really mess up cutting my hair, you would have to straight up chop my head off, is what that would take. And even then, I'd be like, 3 stars. You really went for something. That's a brave haircut, I'll tell you what. I don't know what the barbershop is called. I'm pretty sure it's a front for a uranium mine, but I can't prove it yet. Still building a case. This is what I think. This is how I started going there. If you guys are curious, I was walking down the street in my neighborhood and I was feeling a little fluffy around the back and sides. And when I don't cut my hair for a while, it's kind of like now. I look like I'm about to invent time travel. And it gets real business in front, party in the back to the future. And so I was like, I should get this taken care of. And I see the spinning barber pole about a block away. And as I walk towards it, I think, I wonder if they take walk-ins. And I open the door and a guy in the back looks me in the face and goes, "Yes, we do." And I'm like, well, I guess you're my barber now, because I don't care what the reviews say. If you can read my mind, you're going to cut my hair till one of us dies. I've been thinking about it. They do a great job. I've been thinking about it, and I think that even if I did have the requisite information, I would not I would not post about my barber on Instagram. And it's not because I'm withholding. I try to be generous where I can. And it's not because I'm like, there's a machismo there at play that stops me from considering my appearance in the context of this other guy. I understand that masculinity is a prison, even with these feeble bars. The real reason that I don't want to post about my barbershop on Instagram is that my barber seems like he has enemies. And I don't want to be the dickhead who alerts them to his whereabouts. I don't want to post a photo of us with the sign clearly visible, address and everything. Just nice caption like, "Thanks, big guy," because that's what you say when you don't know a dude's name, right? Just like, "Thanks, boss," for the usual business up top. Hashtag same do, same me, I guess. And then underneath, a guy named Sergey I've never met before just posts, "Dmitry, I found you at last. Your days are numbered. Also gorgeous." It's like, all right, I'll take that compliment. Thank you. 3 claps. That's 3 quiet claps. It's very public radio of you. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, you guys are great. Let's get this going. Your next performer is so wonderful. I can't wait for you to hear. I can't wait to hear her myself. She has new music. She's about to play some new music for you that you've never heard before, and it's on an upcoming record. So keep your eyes open and keep your ears open. Screw me, I guess. Keep your eyes open because it's going to be coming out later. You're going to love her now, and you'll want the music, and it'll be available soon. So please welcome to the stage, Hannah Gill.
Hi, so I'm your next comedian. No, I'm just kidding. See, if I was a comic, that joke would have actually landed. No, we're musicians. My name is Hannah Gill, and this is Jesse Elder and Steve Whipple. And we're going to play, thank you, yeah, they deserve it. So we're going to play some new music for y'all. So thank you for listening. We're going to start you off with a fun one, a happy one. This one's called James Dean, so thanks. Well, alright, okay, the time is here. Can see your grin from ear to ear. You wanna take me home, you want me for your own. But the hour's late, and I'm afraid you won't find much here today. Though this night's been fun, I really gotta run. 'Cause I've been saving up my dimes, biding my time, ready to run like a bullet from a gun. And I got so many plans. Stand, why I won't hold your hand. Tell me, is it a crime to want to reach new heights without some James Dean by my side? And now I'm standing head up high, living for my life, living like I'm never, ever gonna die. After all, it's such a scary world, and far too big for a girl to wanna settle down, sentenced to waiting around for a chance to build upon a dream, the one she's been harboring way down under the ground. I think I hear it now, 'cause she's been saving up her dimes, biding her time, ready to run like a bullet from a gun. And she's got so many plans, so please understand that she's a one-girl band. Tell me, is it a crime to want to reach new heights without some James Dean by my side? And now I'm standing head up high, living for my life, living like I'm never gonna die. sing it out. I'll sing it loud. I'll sing it for the ones that never got the chance to learn how. And I hope someday this world will change. But till then we'll keep living day by day. These are strange times that we live in now, but you gotta find the will to carry on another day. Keep on pushing for change, for a better world for you and me, with hope and possibility, an eternal sunny day where our worries can melt away. 'Cause we've been saving up our dimes, biding our time, ready to run like the bullet from your gun. And we got so many plans, so please understand why we don't give a damn. Oh, tell me, is it a crime to wanna reach new heights without some James Dean by my side? And now I'm standing head up high, living for my life, living like I'm never ever gonna die. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. So this next song that we're gonna do is also a new one. These are all new songs. Rock on. And so this one, I guess it's my version of a love song. So this is called Secret Melody. It drains me dry. If I asked you to dance, would that be alright? Slipping and sliding through the living room. I know it's sad to say, but it's also comforting too, that oh, this won't last forever. So darling, give me something to remember. So run with me under the trees and hold me tightly in this summer breeze. Oh, and kiss me under the sheets. It'll be our secret melody for when oh, the moonlight in your eyes, you're so crystal clear, though you try to hide. Free like the wind and so cold like the sea, but you're warm to me, you're so warm to me, though I know this won't last forever. So darling, give me something to remember. So run with me under the trees and hold me tightly in this summer breeze. Oh, and kiss me under the sheets. It'll be our secret melody for when I have to leave. We're the same, I know, scared of standing still, scared of letting go. We're the same, I know, scared of dying, of never really knowing, but I know this could last forever. So die darling, give me something to remember. So run with me under the trees and hold me tightly in this summer breeze. Oh, and kiss me under the sheets. It'll be our secret melody for when, oh, and run with me under the trees and hold me tightly in this summer breeze. Oh, and kiss me under the sheets. It'll be our secret melody for when you have to leave. Thank you very much. Thanks. Once again, this is Jesse Elder and Steve Whipple. Yeah. Killing. All right. So we're going to play a beautiful sad song for you now. Because, hey, who doesn't love a nice sad song? So this one is called Penny Dreadful. In a bar in a town on a hilltop, where the wind never leaves the sky, lived a lady and her darling lover, bond as true as the rain and the tide. Now the lady cared little for money, never thought of the change she kept. Penny dreadful engraved on a locket, on a breast it always rests. All the folly fades away like sunken ships beneath the bay. Penny met her love on a cold day, winter frost mingled with warm breath. She looked into her soul and was captured by the secrets her irises kept. From then on he followed her footsteps, down every pathway she found. They cared not that their moments were fleeting, they just danced to love's sweet sound. All the folly fades away like sunken ships beneath the bay. Now her lover was far from perfect, though her eyes they saw no flaws. He had debts with devils and demons, couldn't ignore the collector's call. Then one morning as she went walking, she heard the most peculiar of sounds. 'Twas the song of a pearly revolver as it shot her lover down. All the folly fades away like sunken ships beneath the bay. Penny dreadful still is on that hilltop, her heart with sorrow still filled. If you ask her to tell you a fable, she'll spin the tale of her darling love as true as the rain and the tide. All the folly fades away like sunken ships beneath the bay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Whew. All right, so I guess we have time for one more song for y'all. It's been short, but it's been sweet, and I'm so glad that you guys were able to listen to it. So thank you very much, and thank you for coming out. Once again, this is Jesse Elder and Steve Whipple. Yeah. And my name is Hannah Gill, and we're going to leave you with one that's a little bit more up from there. It's a favorite of mine. It's called Good Wife. So hope you enjoy it. Thanks. One, two, 3. Come, my dear, my mind is sober, and I got some words you need to hear. Ever since October, my heart's grown colder. Think you're the only love drunk here. We talk in circles as we dance around in circles in my living room. Ooh, I know it's awful selfish, was in love can resurrect it, but I needed you to know I never meant to hurt you. I wanna scream, don't wanna see the time fly. I wanna leave, don't wanna be a good wife. No, it's not right. Where do we go from here? My heart is heavy, and you know I hate to see your tears. Can't force trust, baby, gotta be my own lady. Wish I could make the pain disappear. We talk in circles as we dance around in circles in my living room. I know it's awful selfish, was in love can resurrect it, but I needed you to know I never meant to hurt you. I wanna scream, don't wanna see the time fly. Oh, I wanna leave, don't wanna be a good wife. No, it's not right. See the time fly. No, I wanna leave, don't wanna be a good wife. No, it's not right. The time has come, my dear, my mind is sober, and I got some words you need to hear. Ever since October, my heart's grown colder. Think you're the only love drunk here. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving us your time. Thanks. This is Jesse Elder and Steve Whipple. And my name is Hannah Gill. Please keep your eyes and ears open for new music. I promise there will be new music this year. So thank you very much.
Hannah Gill. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, amazing. Hannah Gill, everyone, and the band. So wonderful. What a treat. Oh, my goodness, guys. What a show you've seen already tonight. me, them. I would venture that this is the current big thing. Forget next big thing. And if you want to keep posted on when Hannah's new music is coming out, at Hannah Gill Music across social media. Yeah, so it's easy. Hello, it's me. I'm back. Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. This is what my function will be throughout the evening. You haven't been rid of me yet. This is very good. I enjoyed that music so much. And what a beautiful piano. Steinway and Sons. The Sons are so lucky to be on that piano. This is fucking Steinway's world, right? We're just living in it. It's like Stradivarius and brother. It's like, well, we know who matters because it's all the sons are reduced to the word and sons, right? If the sons were special, it'd be like Steinway and Lil Max Steinway. It'd be nice. You've stopped going with me on this riff. That's fine. You're like, we like that you were in the moment, but the specifics, not into it. No, thank you. I feel like marijuana culture has just seeped into like regular culture at this point, which I think is for the best. There's parts of the country. I was just in California where it's just fully integrated. Like people just smoke weed like it's like drinking a beer. And I think that's the right way to do it. But like in New York, like it's not legal here yet. And people still, it's so intense. Like the people, like I have all these friends, not to brag again, but I have these friends who have stopped drinking entirely, which is an amazing choice if you care to make it for your health. But they've just substituted smoking weed all day, which probably works great for them, but it is incredibly stressful for me to be around because they're too relaxed. And like I can't have a friend who's just chill all the time. Like I can't be hanging out with a group of people in the daytime, and I'm afraid that if I leave and come back, they'll have formed a Sublime cover band in the meantime. Like they're just practicing bass riffs alone in the bathroom. No, thank you. There's they have a name for it here on the East Coast. They call it Cali sober, like California sober, no booze, all weed. And that's just too chill. Because I'm from New England. I prefer when people are like Boston sober. Which is, of course, when you're legally ordered to quit drinking. Because you keep crashing your car into a Dunkin' Donuts. That's what that is. Those are my people. I don't know. This is so nice. You guys are so wonderful. I'm gonna bring up your next performer. Are you ready? Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes the host of a show will say something like, "I can't hear you," or "You can do better than that." I don't want to put the onus on you. What I will say is my need to feel your enthusiasm is such that I would like you to clap more than you just did. Thank you. Your next performer is such a funny comedian. I'm such a fan of theirs. They just got back from performing at Sketchfest in San Francisco. You're gonna love them. Please, they perform all over New York City. Please welcome to the stage, Jes Tom.
Thanks, Josh. Keep it going for Josh, guys. Hi. My name is Jess. Before I get into it, I just want to make one thing clear. I'm not a lesbian. I just hate men. That's why I look like this. Like, maybe some of you are aware that a few months ago, John Legend was named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. Okay, not popular in here. That's fine. That's fine. I think it's great. I think he deserves it. However, I myself do not agree with People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive because I don't think it's sexy when men are alive. That is my topical humor of the moment. It is true I don't identify as a lesbian, although the Venn diagram between me and lesbian is intimate. It does overlap. I am a non-binary transgender person, which means I am trans, but I don't identify as a punk musician or a spoken word artist. I do go by the gender-neutral pronoun they, them. I like when people call me they. It makes me feel less lonely. Like someone can be like, oh, that's Jess. They're gonna go smoke a spliff, and it sounds like I had a friend. My gosh, it's so nice. It's nice in here. I love doing comedy in places that seem like I'm not allowed in. Like I came in and someone who worked here was like, hi, can I help you? I was like, sorry. Like, I love that. It's nice. Josh was talking about Cali sober. I live here in New York now, but I'm from San Francisco originally. And if you've been to the Bay, if you've been to San Francisco, you probably know it's really been changing a lot. You know, tech and gentrification have really taken over. It was too much for me to handle. I had to move here to gentrify someone else's city. But I do live in Queens, in an Asian neighborhood. Yes, I do feel very morally superior about it. And I do find that being a queer Asian American gentrifier in an Asian neighborhood in Queens is a little bit different from being, for example, a non-black gentrifier in a black neighborhood in Brooklyn. Like, when I walk down the street, the locals don't think, oh, everything's changing. They think, whose embarrassing grandchild is this? Go back inside. Your family doesn't want you to be seen like this. No. I'm sort of a version of Cali sober, which is Asian and allergic to alcohol. That's just an unfortunate fact about me. I went through a phase of doing party drugs. I used to be really into that, and I used to know. I used to love to do Molly, you know, in like 2013 when that was cool. And when I was doing Molly, I would know that I was on a good roll when I could look out into the crowd and go, "I forgive you." That was nice. It's been a big year for me. I'm glad it's the new year. I had kind of a rough year last year. I went through a breakup. That's right, I have bangs now. I ended a 2.5-year-long relationship. We had our first date the day after the inauguration, so it was something of a trauma bond. You know, like, you know who got elected president. I was like, that's it, the world is ending. I need an apocalypse boo. You guys doing apocalypse boos? Apocalypse boos. I think we all deserve an apocalypse boo. You know, someone we feel comfortable getting naked around as the global temperature rises. It was real. It was serious. It was the longest relationship I had ever been in. Turns out love was love. No, thank you for laughing. Sometimes people can't decide whether to laugh at that or just to be very supportive. Side note, I think it's funny that like love is love has become the rallying cry for LGBTQ rights in this country, because to me, love is not so much a political statement as it is a logical tautology. It's I knew this crowd would go for that. It's objectively true. It was real. It was like, you know, my ex was also Asian American, and this was the first time I'd ever dated another Asian American. Did you know we can do that? Listen, for a long time, I didn't know that. As a young queer person, my ideal woman was Christine from Phantom of the Opera. Sort of, you know, like a white woman who needs help. But things change. No, it was serious. I got to meet her parents and everything, and I was nervous because they were a little on the conservative side. They didn't love the whole queer thing. But she had 2 older siblings who were both in long-term relationships with white people. And her last relationship before me was a long-term relationship with a white person. So I walked in and they were like, this is fine. I was like, I'm a comedian. They were like, don't say that. When you are silent and still, you're almost a nice Chinese boy. When I'm single, I start to get it in my head that it's a good idea to like date straight women, which is some sort of idea I got from TV or something. And I was talking to this girl, but I was pretty sure that she had a boyfriend. So I was like, you know what? I need to put this behind me. This is not going to go anywhere. This is not going to do anything for me. And I was almost over her when I found out that maybe she didn't actually have the boyfriend. So then I was frustrated, you know, because if a door is closed all the way, it's easy to walk away from. But if it's slightly ajar, and like not even that much, just enough to slip 1 or 2 fingers in, how can I help but go, come out, come out? That's gross. That's disgusting. I was thinking about this. I've been thinking about this lately. Like, why is it that I, like a veteran queer person, should want so badly to sleep with straight women? And I realized that it's because sleeping with straight women is easy. It's sort of, you know, the bunny slope of lesbianism, so to speak. It's like I wonder if you guys will go for this. Sleeping with straight women is like having sex with a baby. It's not. No. That's not what I meant. No. Sleeping with straight women is like playing rock, paper, scissors with a baby. It's like, I'm gonna win, you know? You don't even know how to use your hands yet. There's really something, there's really something about that, though. They have this wonder, this like sort of newness. Everything is a brand new experience, and I'm like, well, that's object permanence. One day you'll learn you can get that anywhere. I don't know. I also, when I'm single, I start to also think that it's a good idea for like a wealthy older woman. Oh no, there's a baby in here. Why? Oh my God. Trigger warning, Jess Tom, there's a real baby in here. Okay, that's fine. We're recovering. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm gonna keep going down this hole that I'm already going down. I can't stop it. It's inertia. I'm very small. I keep moving. I start to think that like a wealthy older woman will come into my life. Don't ask about my relationship with my mother. We don't have to talk about it. I will say, though, my type is sort of like a woman who disapproves of me. Like a woman who looks at me with love in her eyes, but sad. I start to think that like a wealthy older woman will sort of like claw machine me up, drop me into the hole, so to speak, sort of pay for the rest of my life. So really what I want is not so much a girlfriend as it is to fuck my fairy godmother. And you guys hate this. And I'm literally about halfway through the joke. I thought it was going to happen for me. I matched on Tinder, this is totally true, with a 43-year-old financial executive mother of 3, and I was like, 2 out of 3 is not bad, okay? 2 out of 3 is not bad. That's like a C-. I'm a 5th-generation American. My standard is low. That sounds good to me. And we were chatting with each other, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to happen for me. But she stopped hitting me back when I told her I didn't like being called a young lady, which, retrospectively, I should have known better than to come out with that sass mouth. Had to go up to my room and think about what I said. Oh, it's so stupid. That's so dumb. That's dumb. No, I have to get out of here. But I am entering an interesting time of my life. I am getting older. You can't tell. That's fine. I love being Asian because I feel like I can always say I'm a child prodigy, and people have to be like, I guess that's true. Your vocabulary is very large. Not other Asian people. Asian people aren't fooled. They're like, no, you're not. Where's your violin? That is an underachieving adult. No. This is another aside. I do think there are 2 kinds of Asian people. There are Asians who can dance and Asians who can't. I'm the latter. I feel like when I dance, you can tell I grew up listening to NPR. I just wanted to say that here, guys. No, I am getting older. My childhood best friend is getting straight married. I know, in 2020, very bold. She's marrying the person that she's been with since she was 16 years old. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Okay, you guys don't think it's that crazy. You guys are heterosexual in here. That's fine. It's different for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's different for me. I'm gay. If I married the person I was with when I was 16, I'd be getting married to a Keira Knightley MySpace banner I made in Photoshop Elements. It's not the same. It's not the same for me. No, but she's doing this. She's getting straight married. She asked me to be in the wedding, and I said yes because I love her, though I don't support the lifestyle. But I had to think, like, how can I be true to myself and still be in this straight wedding? I had to make a hard decision. I decided I could not go to her bachelorette party because it cannot be me, alone, in a beach house in San Diego, surrounded by 10 drunk straight women. That's not safe. It's not safe for them. It's not safe for me. Like, either someone's going to have a sexual awakening or I'm going to get a makeover. Either way can only end in tears. Guys, I'm Jes Tom. Thank you so much. You've been awesome. Keep it going for Josh.
Jes Tom, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm in a relationship with a straight woman. I like it. I was saying before, I'm a married person. We don't have any children, but day 1 of marriage, people started asking when we were going to have kids, right? Not if, when. Like, they bought tickets and we're starting behind schedule. And whenever I get that question, I always say the same thing. I always say, since I was young. I thought maybe at some point I'd adopt, and my wife feels the same way, so there's no rush, which is a weird answer because when you're a child considering adoption, that just means at some point you'd like to have a friend. But whenever I mention adoption, I always get the same follow-up question. But Josh, don't you want a baby that looks like you? Excuse me? First of all, I'm bald, out of shape, and have a weak chin. Any baby's gonna look like me. That's just biology. Every human baby has 2 years of this before it's weird at all. Every kid starts with a fazoosh, is what I'm saying. I could adopt a 3-month-old Korean girl. People would be like, oh, she has her father's hairline and posture. That's adorable. Look at that. The resemblance is uncanny. We don't have any children. We do have a dog whom we adopted because we're angels walking the earth. She's a pug, so scientifically she shouldn't even exist. So every day's a miracle with our little dumpling. If you can't picture a pug from the name of the breed, it's one of those dogs that looks like a loaf of white bread with a face smushed onto the front slice and a butt smushed onto the back slice. And if you've never hung out with a pug before, it's kind of like if that loaf of bread came some of the way to life. That's her vibe. Kind of the energy level of most yogurt. That's her. She's so cute. We love her so much. Her name is Busy, but it wasn't always. Yeah, we got her name was Daisy, but we didn't like that, so we switched it to Busy, which is very rude of us. Because when we adopted my dog, she was 8 years old. I didn't know this is my first dog. I didn't realize that's like middle-aged for a dog. So I didn't realize changing the name of an 8-year-old dog, that's like meeting a 56-year-old human woman. Going, what's your name, Deborah? Nah, not anymore, it isn't. I'm going to go ahead and call you Barbara. Hope that works for you. I mean, you better be cool with it because I control the food and water and you're too small to reach the doorknob. So anyway, Babs, I was thinking, let's get you into your Halloween costume. And yeah, I know it's January, but I'm sad right now. So for the next several hours, you're going to be a ladybug. That's just what we're up to today. We just went to visit my folks, and when we got to have lunch with my 95-year-old great aunt, which is amazing. Because if you can hang out with a 95-year-old that's like hanging in there, you got to pounce on that. I mean, not literally, you'll crush her, but figuratively, you got to seize that opportunity. Because when you hang out with a 95-year-old who's like hanging in there at all, like mentally, physically, there's just so much wisdom, family history they can share, and there's a confidence level that you're not going to see in anyone else on earth. 95-year-old that's healthy. My great aunt walks around all day like she just won an Oscar on top of Mount Everest. That's her vibe all the time. Just unbeatable swagger, oxygen tank. That's her constantly. It comes out in weird ways, the assertiveness. We were out to lunch, and at the end of the meal, the waiter comes over and he says, can I interest you in some dessert? We have one dessert option today. It's a slice of pumpkin pie. And my great aunt looks him in the eyes and goes, we'll have some grapes for the table. And the waiter goes, grapes? And she says, for the table. And the waiter walks out of the room, presumably to quit, is what I thought was going on. Just like, I got to go back to law school, like my dad keeps saying. Comes back 2 minutes later, 3 giant bowls of grapes for the table. There weren't even grapes on the menu at this restaurant. My great aunt just thought about grapes, said the word grapes, manifested grapes into her life. Such is the power of 95-year-old self-esteem. Because when you're 95, why wouldn't you act like that? When you're that age, you don't have a lot of time to just go a bunch of different places in one day asking for the things they advertise. When you're 95, you show up where people bring you. You tell the folks there what you want, and you make it their fucking problem, right? Just like some dessert? Yeah, I'd like some grapes for the table. Also Stamps, hard candy, and my cholesterol medication. I'm 95 and you're my concierge to the universe. So make it snappy. I've DVR'd Jeopardy, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to watch it live anyway. I'll tell you, I was visiting my parents. My mom gets so mad when I proposed staying in a hotel this time. My parents always want me to stay with them. And I proposed staying in a hotel. And she was like, why would you do that? You could sleep in your old bedroom. And I was like, yeah, why would I pass up, my wife and I, why do we pass up the comforts of 2 twin beds pushed together in a room of just whatever temperature you decide, when we could go to a hotel and have sex without feeling like war criminals and control the thermostat? Why would we want that? Some people's parents, they complain their house is too cold, some too hot. My parents have changed the game of temperatures. Every room in the house is a different temperature. I'm not joking. It's like a bunch of different terrariums. It's like every room is designed to keep a different species alive. It goes from Arctic wine cellar to toucan sanctuary. That's the spectrum at any given time. I suggested staying in a hotel. My mom was so offended. She acted so upset. It was like she thought I was going to a hotel to cheat on her with a different mom. Like I was going to show up there and some other old lady in her late 60s was going to be like, would you like some yogurt? And I'll be like, I haven't eaten yogurt in like 25 years. She's like, well, there's yogurt if you want yogurt. And then I come home to visit my parents and my mom's like, what's that smell? Was someone using the fabric softener you asked them not to use because it makes you itchy, but they used it anyway? And I'm like, no, nothing. Never mind. I'll tell you guys this last story before I bring up your final act, whom I love so much. This is the story of the second best moment of my wedding. And the best moment is not a great story. My wife and I found each other in a quiet place after the ceremony, and we whispered to one another our social security numbers. Just a traditional Jewish wedding. You guys get it? Like, you break a glass, whisper the social security numbers, l'chaim. And I've mentioned being Jewish once or twice. I'm not that religious. I'm only Jewish enough that I've never been camping, if that makes sense to you guys. Jews hate camping. Too much to complain about, no one to complain to. That's the reason. So the second best moment, that's the story. And that was a conversation my wife and I had on the dance floor with the Michael Jackson impersonator. And they can feel it in this room. Some of you are thinking, why doesn't every wedding have a Michael Jackson impersonator? And you would be right to ask. It makes 1 out of 1 weddings excellent in my experience. We didn't set out trying to have one. It wasn't architecture. It was serendipity. What happened was we hired a DJ, and at the end of our conversation with him about what he was going to play, who was going to give a toast, he says to us, very cool, very smooth, he goes, in addition to my DJ services, I also do Michael Jackson. Would you like me to do that at the wedding? And I said, I don't know what that means. But absolutely 100% I want it to happen, because whatever it is, it's going to be awesome. I don't know whether you're going to dangle a baby over a balcony or turn a backyard into an amusement park, bring some zombies to life. But whatever it is, unless it's the one thing, it's going to be incredible. And if it is the one thing, not an impression, more of a documentary, neither the time nor the place. So cut to the day of the wedding. It's midway through the reception. The DJ steps out from behind his equipment, and he puts on a red leather jacket and a silver rhinestone glove. And we have told no one this is about to happen. This is our gift to the guests. They're bringing us a toaster. We're sending them home with a memory that will last a lifetime. Here's how he starts. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, the light from his glove is blinding my aunts. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a surprise for the bride and the groom. I told them about this a few weeks ago, but I'm pretty sure they've forgotten by now. And I was like, this guy fucking forgot. Or he thinks that I fucking forgot the time that he told me he was going to impersonate Michael Jackson at my wedding. The single most memorable sentence anyone has ever spoken to me, including by this point in the evening, I do, by the way. He's positioned my friend Will behind the DJ table. He says, Will, hit it. Will hits it. And Billie Jean comes on full blast, which is a great song, but not for a wedding. More of a paternity test anthem if you're familiar with the jam. It doesn't matter, though. He's so good. He's got the hands. He's got the feet. I know this is neither the hands nor the feet, but you got to believe me. I was there. He was tremendous. All the guests are gathered around him in a circle. The circle is tightening, and the crowd is lukewarm at best, I will say. That is a sad but true fact about the evening. People weren't super into it. Part of it was his fault. Part of it was on him. Like, he didn't look a lot like Michael Jackson. Like, he was black, which didn't help. Because it's a bunch of old Jews in the crowd. They're picturing new Mike, not Mike Classic. You got to read the room, dude. If he'd put on a black leather jacket, fake goatee, and done Billy Joel, my mother would have thrown her underpants at him. My father would have had a heart attack. You guys all on board with that Billy Joel reference? If not, you ought to know by now. That's a second Billy Joel reference if you missed the first one. What, is that too much? You may be right. I may be crazy. That's the Joel-fecta. That's 3. Thank you. I want you to have a good night. So here's the moment. He dances over to me and my wife, and he'd already put these 2 plastic Party City fedoras, one on each of our heads, to heighten the ambiance of fake Michael Jackson. And he takes the hat off my head, and he whispers into my ear. And he puts the hat back, and he whispers again, and he dances away. And all my friends and family are watching because we're in the middle of the dance floor talking at our own wedding, talking to a man dressed as and dancing in the style of Michael Jackson, as my bride had always dreamed her special day would look like. So they all have questions. It's mostly the same question. It's a lot of, hey, Josh, what the fuck was that about? What was going on there? What was that guy doing? What was he saying? Was it advice? Was it wisdom? Was it a quiet, verbal Michael Jackson impression he wasn't ready to go wide with yet? Was it like, come here, come here, come here, come here? Ooh, is that what it was? It was not. This is what he said. He dances over. He dances over. He takes the hat off my head. He whispers in my ear, the hat lights up. He winks. He hits the button on the hat 4, 5, 6 times. The hat does not light up. He puts the hat back on my head, whispers, the hat used to light up, and then moonwalks across the entire room. And that was the second best moment of my wedding, so it was a pretty good wedding. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce your final act for the evening. They are so wonderful. I love watching them perform. They have a monthly show at Union Hall in Brooklyn. The next one is February 1st. Please welcome to the stage, Friends Who Folk.
Thank you so much.
I've never really walked onto a stage like that where you kind of like come out of a curve and you can be like.
Yeah, I loved the way you did that. I think it's all the gold that has you feeling a
Feeling
little. Because it's making me feel a little festive.
A little
too.
festive. I feel a little like New Year's Eve.
Well,
You guys feel a little New Year's Eve?
Who's ready for 2020? Let's just do it again right now.
New Year's Eve.
Oh, thank you.
What did you do for New Year's Eve?
What did I do? Oh, I went to a bad party. You know, pretty standard here.
Amazing.
It was a fine party.
A fine
It was
party.
a fine, upstanding party.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah, how's everyone feeling?
Are you guys having a
I'm a
good
little
2020
sleepy.
so far? A little sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those nights. It's 2:00 in the morning, as we all know.
It just turned 2020 2 hours ago. Rachel's wearing animal print.
Do you know? Well, okay.
What?
Do you know when you have a shirt that
She
is
is.
like made out of some material where it like looks really cute, but whatever the material is makes you just like smell bad all the time? Okay.
Yes.
Don't all shout yes at once.
Yes.
Is that literally not relatable?
I think.
Okay, thank you.
Andrea knows.
Thank you. It took one person. It's relatable. Everybody else is like, I've never smelled a day in my life. Well, now we're all fighting. Guess it's time to sing a song.
Guess you have to listen to us fucking sing now.
I smell like
fun.
shit and I'm ready to sing.
You do. You smell horrible.
I don't know. It's like,
But you look fabulous.
it's not bad. It's like stale.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's still
After the
working
show,
on
we'll
this
form
material.
a line.
Yeah,
You can
whoever
all
wants
take
to
a whiff.
smell Rachel after the show, I'll be kind of leading you through the experience. There will be a questionnaire.
You'll be
afterwards.
blindfolded.
Yeah, very eyes wide shut kind of situation.
Yeah.
Should we sing? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not. Don't answer that.
Who in this room has ever been to New
In
York,
New York City. Pretty cool.
Okay, most of you.
Center of the world.
They're like, I've never smelled. I've never been to New York City.
Yeah, so this is a little song about that.
When New York's got you down,
When the city makes you blue, just take a look around. There's magic all around you. You can go on a spree to gay old Paris, and you don't have to leave NYC. Just go to Le Pain, Le Pain, Le Pain quotidien, croissant, baguette, soufflé. Le pain, le pain, le pain quotidien, prête à manger. I saw Gérard Depardieu kiss Audrey Tattoo at Panera and Murray Hill. Marion Cotillard has a frequent buyer card at Au Bon Pain.
Ah, où est le pendant quotidien?
Je m'appelle Isabelle Huppert.
Ah, oui, oui.
Blue is the warmest color. And lest we forget, Paris baguette and Cosa, Cosette, there is a castle on a cloud.
Les Miserables.
And it looks like le pain quotidien, croissant, baguette, soufflé. Le pain quotidien, Timothy Chalamet. I saw Juliette Binoche eating brioche at Guy and Gaillard in Times Square. Oh, mon frère, I wish that you'd been there. So if you are sad, light up a cigarette, turn on Amelie, and pretend you're laying in gay Paris.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I just do want to say that last line, gay Paris does mean gay Paris.
Gay Paris.
In French.
That's what it translates to
in case
roughly.
anyone didn't get that.
I actually recently...
We're having fun.
We're having a good time.
Rachel smells.
I smell. I had a really big month last month actually because this month. Oh God, it was the beginning of this month, which is crazy. This month has been 4 years long. But does everyone feel that way? The news? Have you heard about this news?
Don't even go there.
But yeah, I went to Belgium and I went to
Okay.
Brussels and I went to the world's first Le Pain de Quotidien.
You sent me like 5 pictures,
I
and it's
kept
really
taking
just one
pictures.
building. But you were like, "There's Le Pen.
Well,
there's Le Pen from over here."
First,
It
I
was
went to a
beautiful.
Le Pen in Belgium and was like, or in Brussels, and I was like, I'm in a Le Pen in Belgium. Like, this is where it's from. And then we were walking down the street and I saw the first Le Pen, and I got so excited. Like, and there's a plaque on it that's like, this is the first Le Pen from like 1990 or something.
Founded in 1641. You have to sit at a table,
Yeah.
unless you're getting takeout.
Yeah, I got asked to leave because I ordered a drink to stay or to go, and then I sat at a table to stay, enjoying the view
That is so
of Le
punk
Pen.
rock.
And
of
then
you.
someone came out and was like, "You actually can't drink that here. You have to go."
Wow.
So
And
I
you
spent-
got kicked out of Belgium,
I spent 3 nights in a Dutch jail,
right?
and then I owe Le Pen $4 billion.
Oh, well, we'll
So-
make it all up when we sell them that song.
Can you imagine?
This next song is about the importance of self-care. Life can be hard, sometimes you need to unwind. I have an end-of-day routine to clear my mind. I turn off the lights, silence my phone, 'cause this is the time when I am finally alone. I lay down and close my eyes, and then I think about everything I've ever done wrong. I think about everything I've ever done wrong. I remember all my faults and relive them in my head, and then at 3 a.m. I can finally go to bed.
Ned, what do you think about it?
I'd love to tell you. I think about the time in 2nd grade when I threw up on the art table. My teacher was showing us what we were gonna draw, and I threw up on her picture. I could have vomited on the floor, but I threw up on the picture instead. Mrs. Caggiano, I am sorry about your picture. I think about it every night. It keeps me awake. I lay down and close my eyes, and then I think about everything I've ever done wrong. I think about everything I've ever done wrong. I start at the beginning and go year by year, and at 4 a.m. I pass out. Rachel, would you like to tell
Yes.
us what? Okay.
I think about the time a girl in high school told everyone that she thought I was gay, and the reason she gave was that I was too obsessed with Sandra Bullock in the movie 2 Weeks Notice. That's not something I did wrong. No, that is something she did wrong. But I'm the one who thinks about it
Every single night, I think about all the things I can't control and how I could have controlled them. I think about all the things that can't be fixed, and I try to fix them by thinking about them really hard. I lay down and close my eyes, and then I think about everything. I scroll through Twitter for 7 hours, and at 6 a.m. I go to work. At work I still feel really bad. I think about the time I beat myself at camp. I think about the time I slept with a guy who I knew was bad, but I fucked him for a year. I think about how I'm not the only one in the world, and then I feel bad because the world is bad. I think about how climate change is real. I think about the military-industrial complex. I think about the fact that 53% of white women voted for Trump.
No!
I think about the future when I am dead, and I wonder, will worms eat my eyes? Will worms eat my eyes? Will worms eat my eyes?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for letting us share our little tips.
It feels good to share.
Yeah.
It's so important to think about everything you've ever done wrong in the 4 hours
It's
before you go to
incredible
sleep.
for your skin and your hair.
Your organs.
It's good for your organs too.
We want to try something. Ned really doesn't want to try this.
No, I do. I really do.
Who
I'm
saw
ready.
Cats? Okay, great. What if I was like, we're all getting up on the stage and we're gonna be cats?
Well,
We're gonna walk around
watch
the room.
it right now in this curtain parts, and we all just watch it again.
So basically,
Hottest movie of the year.
hottest movie of the year. I really liked it.
I did too
You thought
because
it
I
was-
thought it was really hot.
Can
All
you
their
describe?
fur.
Can you describe like? Oh, well, you said like.
When Idris Elba
Yeah.
takes off his clothes and his fur body is revealed,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're looking at his naked body, but it's fur.
Yeah.
And he has no genitals, but you could swear that you're just staring directly into making direct eye contact with his genitals. But it's fur.
And they're staring back.
I love it. 2 thumbs up from me.
Yeah, you were the lone positive review on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that was me.
And you just said, I thought it was hot.
Yeah, I was like, I love that furry dick.
Dick.
Yeah.
That furry absence of a dick, which is
Yeah.
beautiful, and that's art.
Right. Totally. Castration is art.
And that's art.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so basically, what happened was we learned Mr. Mistopheles, the chorus, in the green room 20 minutes ago, and we thought it would be just really fun to all sing it together, just as a kind of
Okay, I
social
know.
experiment.
Yeah, just to kind of everyone introduce yourselves to the person sitting next to you and say we're about to sing Magical Mr. Mistopheles.
So the words are, oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles.
Good.
You got that?
Everyone's got that, right?
Okay, we'll demonstrate and then you can join in. And we'll just repeat it over and over again until we all die.
Yeah. Until they ask us to leave.
We'll
Then we die.
I think we'll find an ending together. We don't know any of the words of the verses, so don't even think about
Don't.
singing them. We're just going to sing the chorus.
No
Don't you
ingenues. I don't know.
And no dancing. Just kidding. You should dance.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready? And we all say,
Oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles.
Everybody.
Oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles.
louder!
Oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistopheles.
I'm going to come into the audience like the cats did in Cats.
I never was there ever
A cat so clever as magical Mr.
stop.
Believe. I've never seen the show. I think it was like that.
Yeah.
Oh, a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mustache. I can't hear you. Oh, well, I never was there ever. A cat so clever as magical Mr. Mustapha-Lees. We're going to bring it on home. Ready?
Magical Mr. Miss. Oh, we're doing it again. Oh,
Well, never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mustapha-Lees.
nobody does it like Mr. Mustapha-Lees. Thank you so much.
I actually thought that
Well,
was really cathartic.
I'm retiring from show business. That was all I needed out of it.
I think that song is really beautiful, and every time I hear it, it awakens something inside of me.
Oh.
My childhood is reborn.
Oh.
I don't know. I just think it's really beautiful, and I've been singing it
is-
all day today.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful song about nonsense.
Well, no, it's about a conjuring cat.
Right, it's about magic, which is no laughing matter in these times.
In these times, because of the news,
Stop. Just stop it.
when I think
You
about
have
the
to
news,
stop. Now, Rachel's going to do about 45 minutes just about the news. So, thanks so much.
I love to join a conversation and just not say any specifics and just be like, God, the news is bad.
the
That
news.
news. All right, let's sing one more song.
Okay, cool.
And then
Go to bed.
we can all do.
right
We'll all
here.
do a couple more rounds of Mr. Mustapha-Lees.
And then it's a lock-in, and we're all sleeping here.
I liked how gentle everybody sang it. All right, I'll stop. Okay.
Not so long ago, I was a child, and in the wink of an eye, I am grown.
But
Seasons have to change, and children have to age as the world keeps on spinning on its own. But one constant steady as the northern star, a light in the night sky that shows us where we are. Because summer turns to winter, and winter turns to fall, and Lena Dunham will trend again. The years are flying by, I'm in my mid-60s, and Lena is trending on my phone. She said having the flu is like being a refugee, and that being a celebrity is worse than being poor. Then she posted a close-up of a hemorrhoid and said she'd go down on Bill Maher.
So in this song, it's like it's a distant future, but Bill Maher is still alive, just like to kind of explain what's going on narratively. Because tadpoles turn to frogs and puppies become dogs, and Lena Dunham will trend again. No doubt she's had a rough go of it. Her health issues aren't a joke. And she's certainly held to a much higher standard than every white man making movies and shows. But Lena, you have such a platform. Why do you keep doing this shit? Why did you defend a literal rapist? What the hell was that all about? What the hell was that all about? Many years have passed, I'm at the end of the road. A grandbaby sits on my knee. It's 2086, so my phone's in my brain. But I look, and what do I see? Lena's 100, and she's nude on the cover of a popular teen magazine. I smile to myself, and I think,
Honestly,
that's
and
awesome.
her
Good for her.
age,
I mean,
that's
I'm
really
in my
cool.
late 90s
Yeah.
at this point,
Yeah,
so
it's good to see her
it's awesome.
up
It's
and working.
inspiring.
And
then I close my eyes and die, because ashes turn to ashes and dust turns to dust. But Lena will trend for all time. Yes, the oceans will rise and the cities will fall, and the sun will burn out and we'll move to the moon, and Lena will trend on the moon. Thank you. We're
Thank
friends
you so
too,
much.
folks.
We're friends too, folks.
Thank you to Jes Tom for hosting.
Thank you.
Friends Who Folk, everybody. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, we did it. We had a heck of a night. This was the last best thing. From here on out, everything sucks shit. This was your show. But one more round of applause for everybody you've seen tonight. Caitlin Gill, Jes Tom, Friends Who Folk, Dawn Will. I've been Josh Gondelman. Have a great night, everybody. Come back to the green space. They keep doing these. They'll be great. Good night. Go to the next